Learning theory. How do you incorporate good ideas for self-transformation? Tips and tricks. Intro. This is me thinking out loud but hopefully contributing to your wisdom. This will be meta. I've been called resistant to ideas and help, but I don't mean to be. There are numerous reasons why it can be hard to implement ideas, even ones you agree with, and of course I'd want to do what works and helps. Who wouldn't? Some psychological schools teach that there are no resistant clients, that it's a problem of something else, the approach or whatever. At least it's a challenge. But here we are our own teachers or doctors, so let's begin. Suppose there are good ideas out there on how to be better with people, in relationships, in dating, etc. Suppose there are universally good ideas, and context-specific ideas. Let's take one, call it A. Let's say you agree that A is a good idea, and then we'll relax that assumption as we move forward. Let's even say A is the most relevant idea to your situation, that implementing it would help you measurably. Why is A hard to apply? It need not necessarily be fully understood. Many things can be adopted successfully without understanding why, but definitely it has to be integrated into the self and implemented. I would say until something is integrated, becomes habit, it has to be forced. If there is a lot going on, or you don't have immediate opportunity to apply it, it can be lost along the wayside. Not to be religious, but the metaphor of the sown seeds is good here. Only some ideas take root, others fall in shallow soil, or other things choke them out. Well, anyway, let me cut this short and just give a list I wrote. There can be overt resistance to implementing an idea, even if you agree with it. It can be hard, terrifying, or upset things. Compassion is necessary insofar as compassion is understanding truth, the truth of forces in a type of force diagram. Struggle to implement. Denial of the idea, or distaste in it. Forgetting it, having a busy life. Overwhelm of too many ideas being shared, or forgetting. Fear or other emotional blocker. The end goal is incorporation of an idea. Is there any benefit to reading something good on self-betterment that is not internalized, and specifically in the context you need it? Consider Toastmasters Speaking Club. I should probably do it. I am a busy guy and I don't enjoy it, not for the fear but for the time cost, but cost-benefit wise it could be good and I could learn to enjoy it and polish skills. It is okay to be pessimistic about prospects of a thing. I have lived my life as a natural optimist, but too much so. You can't trust everything is going to just happen, or even happen at all. In a way, that becomes smugness or blind faith. A little fear is not terrible. There's a book called Feel the Fear, and Do It Anyway. I have not read it. I'd love a book that is just feel the fear. There is value in it. I woke up at 4 a.m. today with fear in my gut, fear of loss of time, of a wasted life. Actually, it's pleasant to feel it so directly. It is a clear signal. Fear is a guide, too, like any other emotion. Well, there are tons of good ideas here. How do we internalize them and get them used on the spot? There are so many reasons why we can't. It can be a struggle to do them and we revert to our defaults, our personal equilibria. I used to like getting to end of books, but what's the point if we just turn the page? We have to work with the stuff. Journaling over ideas also can help, and can slow down the thinking. Thinking Fast and Slow is another book I haven't read, but the idea is slow thinking is better if you don't have to make a split-second decision. I'll be a pessimist and say, like that addiction psychologist in Canada, Gardere made, I heard once say, the rates of recovery are low. I have to hammer this home, preaching to myself there is no use to a thing not internalized, that need be for it to be of use. Also, last I had an insight. Cheerfulness is good and philosophers have talked it up, based just on who you are, not on your circumstances, your possessions and others' opinion of you. I usually have cheerfulness on my own but not around others where I feel pressure and stress. That's a mistake, but specifically when I'm reading a self-help idea of conversation, I get tense if I think it sounds hard or new, or if I hate the idea of it for any reason. What? If it's true, I have to have cheerfulness about it even as I'm reading, so I'm not poorly conditioned. I believe one's state of mind when processing information determines what they see. Snow White saw a scary forest, as did Ichabod Crane. The mind works like that. Things that are intimating can become a joy. Behind fear lies treasure and pleasure. It may not be easy to switch, or it may be, but if it's true, it's true. Internalizing ideas is transforming the same thing. Who studies the mental science of transformation? That's all that matters in the human growth realm. Sometimes it happens automatically when you're learning a subject unrelated to anything general growth, but sometimes you have to be specific and target real issues. There's something to be said for targeting specific problems and something to be said for just trying to grow in general and see what happens, but targeting specific areas and hoping to truly transform and be changed is a worthy subject. It's a bold, brave thing and not so easy as it sounds, but I think definitely possible. Nothing matters of an idea that we can't implement, and I've been told I'm resistant, years ago, but still. But I just generally want to clarify things said. I want to figure out how I can apply it, or I didn't know how it fits with my personality. Well, I want to learn how to get things inside me that are good, and hopefully you can all learn too, so it's not just runoff. Most things are just runoff, and for a lucky few things soak in and their testimonials drive the sales of things.